Alright, now I am back, and this time I'm talking about Alien 3 and Alien Resurrection, and yeah, guys, these aren't anywhere near as good as Alien and Aliens, but shit, man, what the fuck is? For these, like I said before, I've been watching the extended cuts from all these, and for Alien and Aliens, like, the directors came back and, did, like, their extended cuts, but for Alien 3, David Fincher, because it was his first movie ever, got so fucked during the production of this film that, like, he never got to make his vision. The studios meddled and fucked with his movie, and it was critically panned, and he fucking hated it probably before it was even finished. It was a goddamn nightmare for the man. And, he, like, when they were doing, like, the quadrilogy box set, and they wanted, back in, like, 2003 or whatever, they wanted him to, make his cut of the film. He said, get fucked. So, I believe one of the producers came, based on Fincher's old notes, and tried to recreate the film that he wanted to make. Chopping out a bunch of stuff that the studios had him record, and film and put in, and replacing it with stuff that Fincher had previously recorded, and never got to put into the film. And make something that was much closer to Fincher's vision, and I think this is a legitimately good film. Is it Alien? Fuck no. Is it Aliens? Fuck no. But it is a goddamn good movie in its own right. Like I said, I've never seen the theatrical cut. I hear it butchers and cuts out a lot of the cool stuff that Fincher had in there. The whole religious motif throughout the film is almost completely cut out. The ending was made dumber. And yeah, it's just, like, I feel bad for this guy, because it really sucks to, like, hear about, like, an artist who has a vision and he just gets completely fucked. And unfortunately, Fincher was, it was his first movie. He didn't have the say he does now. So he let himself get pushed around, and he, made a subpar film. But he put out a subpar film. But luckily, the footage was still there to make a legitimately good movie. It's more of, like, this slow burn, character-centric piece. It's not like the atmospheric, tense horror film that Alien was. It's not like, oozing with that kind of atmosphere and tension and horror. It is definitely more about the characters. It's more about, like the survival. And it was a really good film. Like I said, it doesn't have, like, the horror intentions of the original. It doesn't have the crazy balls-to-the-wall action that Aliens had. But it was still, like, a legitimately great flick. I feel it's really underrated. And if you've never seen the assembly cut, you think Alien 3 is garbage, go check out the assembly cut, because I think it made for a pretty good movie. It's one that I could easily recommend to people. I don't want to say too much about it. Like the only thing I could super hardcore criticize about this version of the film is, or really any version of Alien 3, is the effects. It has the most dated, age-looking effects of any of the films. Yeah, because they went with this puppet on blue screen, and they, to do, like, the runner alien, and like its movements look really natural and it look really creepy, and it's great. And I definitely prefer that over, say, like, stop motion, because stop motion probably would have looked a bit more jank and not as good as what they ended up going with. But, like, it clashes with the shots that they're composited into, and it just doesn't look as good, unfortunately, as it really could have. I kind of wish that they would have gone back and cleaned up those effects, because I feel like it would have made the film a lot better, just like a lot better overall, because it does kind of distract, it does take you out of the film a little. At least it took me out of the film a little bit every time it showed up, because I'm like, oh, just the way it looks is really cool, its movements are really cool. I totally get why they went the route that they did. I think it looks better than, like, CG would have looked. But at the same time, I'm like, it clashes with the backgrounds. It doesn't fit into the composited shots very well. You can still see, like, the outlining around. So I really wish that they digitally would have just done two things: remove the outlines from the composited shots, which we can do now, and probably put some post-processing shading and lighting effects on the aliens, so that way it looked like it was more part of the scenery that it. Like it was actually in the shots, instead of, something that was filmed separately and then composited in later. That's, like, my only big complaint. And it's not like they couldn't have done that. I mean, the scene with the chest burster coming out, where the runner alien is born, is completely different from what was in the theatrical cut. And it's actually the one CGI shot of the entire flick, or other than when the alien dies. But like they actually made a brand new CGI shot of the alien like scurrying away from like this big ox carcass for the assembly cut, and you know that wasn't in the theatrical. So yeah, I think other than that, it's a pretty great goddamn movie. I really liked it. The same cannot be said about Alien Resurrection. Oh my god. It's like when I hear about like, oh, it was directed by some French jackass. Okay, well I don't know anything about this guy. Whatever. But it was written by Joss Whedon. And I'm like, oh, well I love Joss Whedon. This can't be that bad. Oh man. It's so bad. So goddamn bad. And apparently what this comes from, like, what happened with this film was that Joss Whedon had this vision of making it kind of this, very Joss Whedon-esque, more lighter, action sci-fi movie, with the xenomorphs. And, that was his vision. The director was like, no, it needs to be dark and creepy. It is alien. Which I think is kind of dumb because, to say like, oh, it needs to be dark and creepy because it's an alien film. It's like, well, I mean, yes, that's what the film started off as, but I feel like the movies should be allowed to evolve and change for different films. Be whatever it needs to be for whatever story that you're telling. And, in Aliens, it was, this creepy sci-fi horror film. The second one was, this more action-centric flick. The other one, the third one was more of this kind of, like a character piece. And, for this one, they were clearly going to go for like a more like a lighthearted action flick, and the director just completely fucked with his script, and it sucks too because there are little hints of Whedon throughout this script, like when they talk about how Weyland-Yutani was bought out by fucking Walmart of all things. I'm like, that's great. That's such a goddamn Whedon-esque line. When Ron Perlman's character like drops a knife on like the paraplegic's leg as a joke, like that felt like a Whedon-esque scene, but then the dialogue that corresponds, like, oh, fuck you, and it's just like, god damn it, like just, it felt like there was probably a lot of like witty banter going on between the characters that the director was just like, no, it's silly, it needs to be scrapped, and he scrapped it. And because I refuse to believe that Whedon's script was anything close to what we had. Like, it probably had all the same plot beats, which I know it does have the same plot beats of them cloning Ripley to get the alien out of her and, doing all that. Like, that makes sense. I totally get that. Like, I do believe, like, the plot beats are definitely Joss Whedon, like, because I already know that much at very least, that, like, that it was planned for, like, Ripley to be cloned and then to get, like, the alien queen out of her. Yeah, and that alien was, Ripley was kind of like this alien-human hybrid now, and the Queen was also a bit of a hybrid as well. Like, all those things felt like they were probably part of Whedon's original script. It's a lot of cool ideas. There's so many fucking cool ideas, and, like, cool little visual things. I think, like, the look of the newborn is, like, really fucking creepy as shit and unsettling. The way it dies is both kind of horrifying and kind of funny at the same time. But other than that, no, like, this movie, oh my god, damn. Like, even, like, the special edition, like, the extended director's cut, which apparently, like, according to the director, it's like, there is no director's cut. It was in the theaters. That is the director's cut. This is a special cut. But, if I have French viewers, I'm really sorry. Whatever, nobody watches these videos because there isn't Dragon Ball in the title, so who gives a shit? I can say whatever the hell I want. But yeah, like, even, like, the special edition adds jack shit to this movie. It's still fucking garbage. Apparently, like, the only thing, there's, like, a few little scenes added in. Apparently, it's, like, the special edition that altered the original film the least, which is funny because it's the film that needed to be altered the most. Goddamn. What a piece of shit that was. Yeah, like I said, not the definitely not, these aren't the masterpieces that the originals were. If you're gonna watch Alien 3, check out the assembly cut. Totally worth seeing. I genuinely can easily recommend it. Alien Resurrection is a flaming fucking pile of dog shit. Like, it sucks too because, like, I wish I could really convey why this is such a bad movie. Because I went and, like, looked up reviews because I knew it was such a hated movie. I saw like a couple of reviews, and it felt like it was just like just dudes bitching is what I kept finding, and that's all I'm doing right now. But that's because the movie is so fucking bad. It's really hard to convey. Like, it just feels so totally off and weird. Like, there's like kind of plot points that feel like they don't really go anywhere, and it's a dumb fucking movie. And I just, like, without seeing it yourself, like, I really, like, you know, like, you need to see it yourself, and then I think you get why it's like a shit movie. Like, it's hard to just convey like why this movie's garbage, because usually, like, you know, people pick out like a few key scenes and go, yeah, this movie's all fucking garbage. But it's like, no, it's just like it permeates the entire film. Just the awkward, clunky dialogue, the weird scene directions, everything just feels tonally off. Like, it's weird and dumb, and I didn't like it. Didn't fucking like it! So yeah, that's my thoughts on the Alien films. And, you know, because I went on this Alien kick, and, you know, it put me in a weird mood. Put me in a weird mood, people. So then I went and ordered on Amazon. I bought the Predator 3-pack. Got that. Got the whole trilogy there, even though there's a fourth one coming out, I think, next year. And then I got the AVP films. So I'm just going balls in, people. Just going. Just doing it. So I guess I'll be back, because I'm really looking forward to rewatching these, because I feel like the AVP films aren't as bad as people say they are. Like, I remember enjoying them as dumb schlock, you know, so I feel like, you know, that I'm still going to like them. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm going to hate these. Maybe it's going to be like Alien Resurrection, where I'm like, oh my god, everything's terrible here. Why the hell did I ever like this? God, I was stupid. The Predator films, on the other hand, I have seen these, unlike Alien, and I'm really looking forward to see what my adult opinion is of Predator 1 and 2, because I haven't seen them since I was like 13. And I remember loving those films. I was always a Predator guy, never an Alien guy. And I saw Predators. I thought fucking Predators kicked ass. Apparently a lot of people hate Predators. I don't get it. So maybe I'm wrong. Maybe these are actually terrible movies, and we're going to find out. So till then, I'm going to go, like, watch these, and when I come back, I'll be in a completely different location, because I will have moved by then. Pretty much got everything packed up as is, except for a handful of this shit in the background. And yeah, so I'll do that, and until next time, Zeon, out!